Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of The Aftermath. My name is Ian, and as always, I'm joined by Ethan and Dylan.
Yep.
It's that time of the day again.
I'm here.
That time of the week.
Time of the year.
Ethan's here. That's about it.
Let's get down to business to defeat
The
snake.
double snake guys.
Freaking Snake Clan over here.
Honestly, the highlight of the movie is right at the beginning. Whenever, for some reason, I don't even know exactly what scene it was happening. I was like, it was the training scene where like the whenever he was in Asia and they were like staring at him or something for some reason. All I could think of was when that staring contest he was having was that.
I love how his trainer.
Did they send me, Todd? I can't.
Just to emphasize, we watched Conan the Barbarian. I'm guessing it was the original one.
Guys, what the freak is going on in this movie? What is the
Arnold
plot?
Schwarzenegger, Mr. Universe himself.
Yeah.
Like, bruh, what?
Oh, it's a ride.
So before we continue to branch off of what Ethan was talking about, the master guy, what he was like, and I was like, ooh, yeah.
There's a lot of caveman speak in this movie.
Yes, or lack thereof, no speaking at all.
Yeah, just grunting.
And
silence.
At one point, the entire movie, like the whole staff of the movie, went 15 minutes without a single person saying a line, and I timed it at least 15 minutes without a single person saying a line, and I'm pretty sure the main character Conan went at least 25 minutes without saying a line at that point. Maybe toward the end, whenever I was kind of falling asleep because I'm really tired. I worked overtime, so maybe there was a point toward the end where probably Conan went longer without saying a line, but I know he at least at one point in the movie, toward like the beginning or middle, went like 25 to 30 minutes without saying a single line.
Oh, yeah.
And he definitely never introduced himself to anybody.
No,
he never said his own name.
No, he never said, hello, I am Conan.
I couldn't tell you a single person's name except for Conan, and even then I only heard the name Conan once. I only know it's his name because he's the main character of the movie. I couldn't tell you a single person's name in the movie because there are basically no lines. The entire script could have been 10 pages.
We're basically in like the last act of the movie whenever his companion says, Conan doesn't cry, I cry for him.
So I'll cry for him.
And I was like, he knows his name? Because
I thought they were just acquaintances.
Yeah,
I thought you guys were home dogs. Yeah, I didn't.
Just hanging out for the fuck of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Killing people for no goddamn reason.
Absolute mad lad. You guys usually know each other's name. I thought you were just there and he was just having sex with that chick and that was just the way it be.
And he had sex with the other chick.
I don't.
I had a hot take at the end of the movie. I was like, I bet that Arnold Schwarzenegger's script was not even 2 pages long in this movie.
Dialogue was not a...
There was lots of solid...
No need.
There was lots of solid... There was lots of good ones of those, though.
Yeah.
Those were solid.
Definitely.
They really got his trademark umlaut in there.
Oh, yes, 100%.
Oh, yeah, there's... honestly, if you just think of... Just picture in your head for me a handful of vowels. Just A-E's, I's, O's, and U's. Maybe sometimes
but
Y's.
Not pronounced A-U.
Yeah, maybe sometimes Y's. Maybe if you're feeling fancy.
Throw them in a bag, shuffle them up.
And then wait, no, don't even throw them in a bag. Picture all of them in your head in any particular order. Okay, now all the umlauts you can think of. That's right, accent marks.
I'm talking all in.
Yes.
I'm talking accent marks. Everyone you could think of. But when we say umlauts, we're talking about the ones. This is Conan. So you know the kinds of umlauts I'm thinking of. The ones that make it look funny. The ones with multiple dots above characters.
Right.
Yeah.
Ones that put lines through
Chevrons.
characters. Yeah. Chevrons. A whole line through a U. Why not? Put that one in there too. Yeah. Hyphenate one of them. Boom. That's at least 80% of Arnold Schwarzenegger's lines in this movie.
Now translate.
Is pretty much what he said.
Oh, man.
I didn't look it up, but I'm going to now. This movie definitely had a 70s vibe.
It was 1982.
82?
Oh, yeah.
Well, okay, so I guess I was a little bit right. Early 80s.
Compared to The Breakfast Club, this looks ancient.
Yeah.
Like,
dude, it looked different. And I was like, do you know who? Well, I guess it was Universal Studios who made it. But man, it was just...
It was a hot mess.
It was an action movie before I think even action movies knew what they were. You know what I'm saying? It didn't quite feel like it had its stride. It was pretty. Like the setting was nice. Really good cast.
I didn't think there were so much tits. That surprised me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At one point, Arnold Schwarzenegger boned a chick who turned into a demon. That was neat.
Question mark? Yeah.
Boned the demon right out of her. That was...
And to be fair, she warned him.
Yeah, I'm just taking notes for the future, you know. How he handled that situation is how I aspire to, you know. He just kind of rolled with it, took it in stride.
And
got the demon out of her and then just left.
I was going to say, speaking of roll with it, he rolled her right into a fire and cast her back from when she came.
That's what I mean by taking it in stride. He was like mid-bone and he was like, oh, she's a demon now. Cool, I'll just pull out, throw her in the fire, I guess, you know, lol.
At least he got what he wanted out of her. She was like, I'm going to
I think she got what she wanted too, because she sounded like she wanted that. Again, I was very lost.
Yeah, I was lost. The fact that he didn't even say anything in that interaction, that he walked up to her hut and she was like, "Coming by the fire."
And, so that was it. The point from Conan's last line to the point where she invites him into the hut. He has a line where, oh God, I'm tired. He has a line where shortly after that hut was, I think, whenever I was hitting the like a 5-minute mark for his timer for the last time he said something in the movie. And I think that was the one that led up to 15 minutes before he said something. I might be wrong.
That line, mind you, was just Grom.
Yeah.
No, I think it was
happens a lot.
Let me see. Oh yeah, okay, so this was it. There was like 7 or 8 minutes of nobody saying anything, and then the first line you hear in the entire movie after like 10 minutes is sit, and that's the chick who's inviting him into the house. And then there's another break, except there's just a huge break in time, and the only lines are just grunting and fighting.
Yes.
There's also his first meeting and interactions with Subutai after he...
Who's that?
He's the archer dude.
Oh, okay, great. You got to remember, I don't know anybody's names.
Still don't know.
We got Mustache. We got Blondie. We got Mustache, Blondie, Conan, Snake Boy, and then obviously
Snake.
You know, obviously Saitama as well. One punch camel, which we'll talk about that later. Because I wrote in my notes, I have One Punch Camel in there because he bumps into a camel, gets mad, punches it in the face, and it like reels and then just falls over.
I love how like
up if the animal like. If all those interactions were legitimate.
Oh, that was legitimate. That camel, I almost guarantee, actually got punched in the face and fell down.
This is 1982. There was no such thing as harming an animal.
No,
it didn't matter.
No.
This was back when they used real roaches and actually stepped on them for ads or something.
I'm pretty sure he actually, whenever they were in the snake tower and he kicked a rat, I'm pretty sure he actually kicked a rat.
and you know what? I think PETA can suck it because that would be way cooler nowadays if we could keep that in movies. Because there's something visceral about there being no CGI and him just actually kicking a rat.
Oh, dude.
You can't mimic the ragdoll effect that's going to happen there.
Let me just rewind this all the way back to the beginning. Whenever we start off the entire movie, and his dad is teaching him about the way of the blade.
Oh my God!
What?
Did the camel die?
No. I just looked up if any animals were harmed in the making of the movie.
Does the dog die.com?
No, it says basically 5 puppies died on set.
Oh damn!
Disney fucking Disney. What?
Excuse me?
Unknowingly used underage and ill dogs during production, and several had to be put down after contracting.
Yikes!
I guess we'll go ahead and start.
Parvovirus. What the fuck is that?
Wait. We're gonna have to slow down because Disney was part of the movie that had titty all up in it. Wait a second. I knew Disney was like, what though? This was 1982. I know it was a lot more lawless, but still.
There ain't no way.
All right. Well,
anyway, to continue. Wait, so
go for it.
His dad is teaching him about like how Grom is the god of the earth and there's a god of the sky and all that kind of stuff, but you praise Grom and you know.
Never mind, that was from fucking Snow Buddies. Why the hell did it give me Snow Buddies?
Okay, because that's what I was about to say. Oh, Disney puppies.
Wait a minute. So, anyways, basically we started the movie with
still not surprising though.
Dad teaching his son like the way of steel and all that kind of stuff, and it's pretty legit. And of course, as the movie goes on, he again his dad also tells him at the beginning there, like, don't trust man, don't trust woman, don't trust nothing, but just trust in the sword. And I was like, hell yeah. And of course, as the movie progressed, I made a joke, and Dylan perfected it, and he said, blades before babes. What about you, Ethan?
I
don't know.
And we were talking about like swords before hoes, and I was like, yeah, blades before babes. And I was trying to think of my own, but I couldn't.
That was great. And I was like, I just want that to be a mantra.
Yeah.
It is for Conan.
Of course.
So at the very beginning of the movie, whenever his mother gets killed by Snake Boy,
yes,
there was
by Darth Vader with snakes.
Honestly, that may as well.
Fucking God.
That may as well have been on its own 15 minutes of silence.
Yes.
Between both of them, and I was like, man, there were two scenes in the movie that felt like this. One of them was not nearly as bad. So the first one was whenever Snake Vader is looking at his Conan's mom, and it's like it keeps panning.
Yes.
So no, it's not even panning. It's jump cutting between one to the other one, but each jump cut is zoomed in like maybe 30%. So like every time it jump cuts, you're like, wow, we're just a little bit closer to his face. Okay, now we can't see his mouth anymore, just his nose and his eyes. Got it. We're jump cutting to her sword now. Like okay,
but then it jump cuts back, and of course you see her whole body.
It jump cuts back, and then like eventually I was like, mid writing the note, 17-hour staring contest, lol, is what the note reads. Immediately, I have to put a period on that one because I see him behead her and say, oh, oops, got beheaded. This is the next note. But the next scene in the movie that I felt that same way about was whenever he was crucified on the tree, and it kept just panning to the freaking sun like going down and sun coming up, and it felt like days because it kept panning back to the sun, and I was like, okay, we get it. I was like, on the last one, I was holding my tongue, and I was like, if it pans back to the sun and rising again, I'm going to say, we get it. He's dead. Okay, 3 days there, no food, no water. He's dead. We get it. But like, it felt like it took forever.
Okay, well, what you got?
I found the real record.
You found the real tea?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Oh, God.
So, apparently, serious abuse of horses occurred throughout the film.
Yeah, I can tell.
At one point, a nag, don't know what the fuck that is, falls over pointed spikes.
Hey, Google. Define nag. I'm listening.
It was shot in Spain, which at the time had rather lax laws about animal welfare. The AHA were not allowed on set, but organized a protest. Organized a protest outside cinemas on its release. Set. Sequel, Conan the Destroyer, was also deemed unacceptable for camel abuse.
A nag is a pony, an old useless horse.
Oh no!
No, wait. Listen, I'm gonna read the whole one. A nag, plural, nags. A small horse, a pony, an old useless horse, obsolete, derogatory.
Oh my God!
Yikes!
So a nag tripped and got. They were like, you're useless anyway, Bessie. Get out of here.
Oh.
I can't. AHA were not allowed on set. Like, just get the heck out of here. I'm gonna go kick this rat, and you're not gonna stop me. Okay?
Fucking watch me.
Squeak.
Oh my God!
Yikes, bud.
Oh my goodness.
Can I say what I thought this whole movie felt like?
Yeah, do it.
It felt like an old RPG game. There was
like a point and click adventure, or
100% to the point where it, like, as a movie, made absolutely no sense.
This ain't your grandpa's King's Quest.
If this was like a game, the lore probably would have made perfect sense. The story would have been easy to follow. But as a movie, I was like, wait, why are we going there now? Where are we now? Wait a second. Do we unlocked a new area?
There was a whole bunch of stuff.
Is this guy the final boss?
He's got his own narrator, dude.
There was a point where we were watching the movie, and as it was going along, I was like, Conan has his main quest, which is to kill Snake Guy, who killed his family. But then there's a part wherever he gets a bunch of companions, and I was like, oh, this is the companion section of the storyline.
Right.
And then the king brings him in, and then I was like, oh shit, here comes the side quest. And then I was like, and you have to go rescue the princess. And I was like, man, and of course he's a ragtag band he has an archer, he has his female companion, and then
she's totally a rogue.
Exactly. I was like, he's the barbarian, and of course, they stumble across a wizard in the desert or something.
Yeah. I was like, it's totally fucking Dungeons and Dragons.
Exactly. Yeah. And I was like,
oh my God.
The wizard uses Thunderblast. Conan fights the devil, and then comes back.
They even weigh their options with the different objectives. It's like, okay, we'll just get the princess and get out. We don't have to do that
yet. No, they're like, we'll power level and come back for the boss fight.
Princess is just a bonus objective.
So that's the thing. They were thinking like, okay, princess is the objective, so we're gonna get the princess power level, come back for the final boss, and then we'll
finish the main quest.
Then we'll grind the final boss for better gear. And we need our legendaries, guys.
And then it doesn't even help that like there's a part where I was like, I don't even think I ever knew his female companion's
She didn't have a name.
She
love
did.
interest.
I just
no. She doesn't have a name.
No.
It was never spoken.
I'm looking it up.
Even if it was, she doesn't have a name.
Anyways,
she was rogue, puckish rogue.
Yeah, but then,
looking it up right now.
There's a part where like at the last like 30 minutes of the movie, it felt like they just fast traveled everywhere.
Valeria.
That the whole movie felt like they fast traveled everywhere. Because again, there were moments where I'd look up and I'd be like, "Wait, is this a new region that they unlocked?
Yeah.
Where are we?"
Like some of it was a little better, but like definitely at the end there, I was like, "Wait, so is this the temple? Wait, so are we back where there's a cave now?" I don't. And it was just like they're just spawning at the quest locations and they're just going at it.
You can't see it, but they're getting little notifications and getting a little bit of experience too.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, he definitely got an achievement there at the end whenever he
Conan leveled up. He completed the side quest as well for befriending the snake lady.
I have a pun. Are you guys ready?
Oh god.
He was literally grinding from when he was a child.
Oh my god.
He was a child. He got sold into child slavery, I guess, and then of course was actually grinding. Don't know what he's grinding, but he was grinding his strength stats.
He was pushing the wheel of pain.
Yes,
that's actually what it's called in the fucking
Really?
movie. Yes, the wheel of pain.
And it doesn't actually he's actually grinding anything? It's just
it was probably grinding grain. Yeah, it was probably
I
making flour or whatever it is that they do.
As far as I could tell, the only thing they made him do was push the wheel, and then once they weeded out the weak,
yes,
and only he was left pushing that fucking wheel by himself.
Yes,
they were like, okay, now Bloodsport, you are now a cockfighter.
Now, see what I thought. What I thought it was. Oh, stop it!
No, I mean, come on.
What I thought it was is
he definitely fought with it for sure.
Oh my god!
Yeah, and then summoned a demon with it, and then
God.
apparently Conan can lay some pipe. I was taking notes. Don't worry.
Please don't take notes from Conan the Barbarian.
Bro, I am. All I'm saying is, I mentioned this toward the end of the movie. I was like, all I'm saying is, he handled himself really well when the demons started coming out of the girl he was boinking. He took it in stride, literally, and then he was like, oh, okay, cool. I guess I'll just pull out and throw her in the fire. Then he just throws her into the fire.
In Conan's defense, the first guy he got pitted up against had freaking shark teeth and
for real,
ate his neck, and so he's like, this is easy. This
right,
is cake.
She's biting and scratching, and he's like,
I've seen all this before.
I've had men do the same.
Yes.
Like,
I've had
Conan,
stronger men
not
than you
scared.
actually
oh my god,
attack my neck.
I've enjoyed it.
Call this a hickey?
And I enjoyed it a hell of a lot less than this one.
Oh man.
So, yeah.
I don't know. Like I felt like whenever he was doing the whole wheel of pain thing, it felt like they were just trying to like weed out the weak or whatever. Like it didn't feel like they were like trying to like find the strongest among them. It was more like I thought they were just like,
which one of y'all plebeians gonna die first, lol?
No, it was it was more like I thought he was actually like working, and then
they didn't necessarily explain what the wheel was for. It was just
that's what I'm pretty sure those are for grinding grain. It's a heavy rock.
Yes,
it's for grinding grain. You probably couldn't see it because they weren't actually put it in there, but that's for grinding grain into flour.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I get it.
That was before like the windmills.
No idea.
Before windmills existed or whatever, because a windmill works on the same basic function.
Yes,
that's
fucking cool.
The wind blows the turbine rotates the rock grinds the grain or something.
I can't believe I never knew that.
This was back when it was human push, or actually I think it was animals, but in this case he was using it like in the story of Samson.
Child slavery.
Yeah, like the story of Samson, the Bible. He was pushing it too.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure he was being put. They were being put to work.
Yes.
But also, as people were dying off, they just left whoever was the strongest one in there, and they made him do it himself.
Yeah.
Right.
I thought they were trying to deliberately, like, work him into the ground. But as they realized, I was like, man, he's just not.
Nah.
He's just the strongest of
Not
all
the
of them.
warrior
He's like,
king.
you know what?
He is indeed the fairest of them all.
We have to move him on to something else.
Mirror, everybody.
Clearly, the wheel is now too weak for him.
At what point I made the correlation that Conan is just buff Jesus.
Yes.
Because many correlations could be drawn between the two.
I'm just saying, no, because he was, he did all his things. He had his problems. He was crucified. Then he died, and he was dead for a few days, which was made very clear in the movie that he was dead for a few days.
Fought with death.
Then he fist fought the devil while his friends tried bringing him back. They did do an incantation, but I don't think it was necessary. He fist fought the devil, came back stronger, like Gandalf the White now, Conan the White. Came back stronger, and then killed the big bad.
If there's one thing that Arnold Schwarzenegger had down for this character was the scold.
Oh yeah.
Was like the what is it called?
The smolder.
The smolder. That's the word I was looking for. He just had that look. Like anytime someone was like,
the problem is
I like that one.
Ever since I watched Jingle All the Way, every time I look at Arnold Schwarzenegger, no matter how serious his face is, all I can think of is put the cookie down. And honestly, I love all of his characters now. They're a lot funnier.
There was so many times where someone would ask a question or would do something, and he would just look at them with that face of like, "I'm going to kill you." And it's like, I thought we were friends.
If you don't shut your gob, I'm gonna get rid of it.
There was a point whenever they're all sitting in front of the fire, and this is whenever you're talking about they started regrouping, and they're like, before they go on the main quest, they should go on the side quest and actually save.
They were deciding if they should power level and then grind the final boss.
And then of course, the archer boy is sitting there and is like, we should try and save the princess before we go and kill the bad guy, and then we should go back or whatever.
Well,
or something
like that. We're here for our revenge mission, and he doesn't say anything. He just keeps sharpening his sword.
Exactly. Yeah. And then he stops for a second, looks at it, and then sharpens his sword again. And I was like, I guess that's a yes. I don't.
Yeah. The silence is your answer.
Yes.
Yeah. He didn't even have to tell him to put that cookie down. He knew to put. He knew to put the cookie down.
He knew better.
Yeah. So. Man, now I just want to watch Mulan, honestly. I know. Man, let's get down to business.
Oh my gosh.
To defeat the Huns, man?
Yeah,
seriously?
to defeat the Huns.
I thought that was what that was at the beginning.
Did
I thought the serpent guys were like the Huns or something, and I was like, oh, the Barbarian,
right.
Vikings.
They might as well have been.
Yeah, for real.
Interchangeable savage warriors.
Can we talk about how James Earl Jones turned into a snake?
Can we talk about how he used snakes as fucking arrows?
Oh my god, I actually hated that.
What the
that made me.
That was the best part.
He just like he straightens them out and is like seek, and then just
like he's like just get
by
real,
word of mouth. The snake will do your bidding.
Will turn into a
real stiff boy snake now, like a
straight arrow.
Like rock hard snake. He just shoots at you or something. I'm like, stop. I can't.
No, keep going.
Can we also talk about when he hits the puckish rogue with the arrow, with the snake arrow, and she's dying? She's like, I feel cold.
Yeah. She was just as dramatic in death as she was in life.
Oh my god!
Let me breathe my last breath into your mouth. And I was like, oh my god, dude, chill.
The fuck?
She actually said that. That was a line verbatim.
Get the hell away from me.
And then she died.
Not before Conan the Barbarian pulls a whole straight snake out of her.
Yeah.
And like, and it's like,
he hasn't even like killed or anything. He just kind of like hooks it away, like, it's gonna slither on back, right? Like it's going for round 2.
It's also like it's like a magic trick. It's like whenever you keep, he just keeps pulling.
Wait, guys, we should make that. We should make a GIF of that, like a loop, except we keep extending the snake, so it's like he just keeps pulling the snake out like a GIF loop.
How long is colored snakes too?
We keep changing the color with that music playing.
Oh god, it's great.
And she's still freaking out. Oh man. And then she came back and like punched the enemy in the face as a Valkyrie. I like the end companion quest for her was that she died, and you were like, no, I did the quest wrong. No, you did it right. She became a Valkyrie. It was
It was badass.
She completed her quest.
It was a good quest line.
My girlfriend could be a Valkyrie.
Yeah, well, tough luck, Dylan. Sorry.
Whatever.
We can't all get
just have to kill her with a snake arrow.
We can't all be winners. Some of us get the demon girl, and
and
then some of us get the Valkyrie.
Freaking one hut stand.
One hut stand. Yeah. Oh no.
If there's one thing I've learned in life is never stick your dick in crazy.
Or demons.
Yeah, well, I lumped that into crazy.
Nah, it's a
second. There are sensible demons.
Like who?
I don't want to generalize.
I beg to differ.
We're not going to count them
You're
out.
like, you know what? My buddy Azrael is pretty cool, okay?
I don't know, man. Barbados is pretty freaking neat.
Dude. Me and my homie Azrael have had some long talks at 3 a.m. We've chatted about things. He's a pretty all right guy.
Zuriel's not bad either.
What about
Don't even get me started on Sahagwheel.
You're like, Baphomet, though? What a dick.
What about Asmodeus, the Fire Lord of Shadow?
Oh no,
he's the best.
No, he's not.
That's a party dude.
He's not a demon. No, he's a devil. It's a different story.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Different thing. He's the Fire Lord of Shadow. There's no.
It's a rookie mistake on my part. I don't know my.
Yeah. See, the demons we're talking about are like quasi deities or like lesser deities.
Quasi.
Hey, that's a recognized term.
Oh, I know.
But like, we're talking about Asmodeus. He's like, he's at least a moderate level deity, or maybe even a greater. Okay. He's not really greater yet, but still.
Yeah. What is it? Yeah. That's the middle-aged elder
That's
god.
also the problem is I made the character up. We need to actually explain this. I made the character up Asmodeus, the Fire Lord of Shadow.
I think you made him Asmodean.
And no, because Asmodean is a character in Diablo. And I made so like I said, he's in multiple things, but I made up Asmodeus, the Fire Lord of Shadow, is his title, and he was like a funny, evil god character. Yes. Then I found out that Asmodeus is actually a god in D&D, and he's like, I think he might actually be a lesser deity, and he's I think just like. I think he's the prince of the Nine Hells or something like that or whatever. Like he's
Checks
the
out.
he's the prince.
Sounds pretty fucking metal.
So he's pretty metal. He's pretty bad, but he's not quite what I had expected. And so now he exists. Like that name is taken somewhere else. So I can't really take credit for it. But also like I remember it being a meme for a long time before I knew D&D had it.
He's definitely a greater deity in our own friends' headcanon.
To us, he is.
In my personal homebrew campaign, he's an absolute mad lad.
Yeah, I think I created a warlock character to.
Yeah, who could summon him? He accidentally summoned him or something.
Yeah,
you're like stuck with him.
I love
that meme where it's like, there's like it reads like there's the demon in my room pointing to all the different papers and things on the floor. How did you do this? How did you summon me? It says me. I don't know. You were supposed to be a PDF format.
Oh my god!
Oh god! You're supposed to be a Word document. I was like, yeah, I feel like that. I feel like I'm gone.
But since you're here, can you help me?
Right?
Man, I love that. That's perfect.
Accidentally summoning the elder gods, and they're like, "How did you do this?" And you're like, you were supposed to be a Word document.
Man, that's great. I love that.
Now,
Oh man,
my friends, I have a question for you.
Okay,
Conan.
What is best in life?
Wait.
Say it with me now.
Never
To
mind.
crush your enemies,
yes,
to see them driven before you,
yes,
and to hear the lamentation of the women.
of that women.
Women.
To hear the lamentation of that women.
You're spelling it WEMIN. Is how you're spelling that?
Women.
I love how what was it? I think at that point he goes to the demon lady's house, and I was like, "Let me hear you lament."
No,
I was like, "Oh man,
Oh god.
let me say, girl, how about them lamentations?
Yeah.
No,
How about you lament for me?"
No, gross.
Oh man, that's great.
Gross.
I hate it.
I'm gonna go ahead and say hard pass on that one.
Yeah. No.
I pull up my Uno card that says reverse on it.
Oh.
And I'm just like, no.
Can I just say that I love the wizard character?
Wizard
Mako,
character was great.
dude.
Yeah.
Dude.
Oh, he's the best.
His teeth necklace.
I love the Conan just like hardcore strolls up into his area and he gets so pissed. He's like, it's like, I will summon the demons.
I'm a wizard.
And I will summon greater than anything else in this world or whatever. And he's like,
He just fucking laughs.
And Conan's like, freaking do it, nerd.
and then of course the wizard's like,
He gets it.
Finally, someone as crazy as I am.
And then he's like, and then of course immediately after they both laugh at what he just said, he like waves me over to go sit down at the fire, and I was like, I love how that's just like
that's
like,
that's
all right,
the way
cool.
the world works. Yeah.
Man,
I'm just trying to imagine the modern day. It's like, I'm crazy, I'm gonna shoot you, and of course the other guy holds up a gun, like, I'm gonna shoot you first. And he's like, yeah, come have a drink with me.
That's actually how it works.
you're pretty okay. You're fine.
Yeah.
Coming from the perspective of dealing with a lot of crazy people in my line of work, I can tell you that if you try and match their crazy, they just think you're one of them, and you have no problems.
And they just immediately sit down at the fire with you.
Or you're like, everyone's like super crazy, super wild, and then you like match their crazy, and they're like, you're cool, and they just hop in the ambulance.
Nice.
And it's like neat. Like it's
they
the
give
equivalent.
You the flower of the day.
Or I can't really tell the story.
Oh, you can't?
I know, it's okay.
I will tell an old story though, because this one this one's tellable for sure. But it's kind of the same thing. There was a guy who was off of his medications and had been seeing things for a while. He just really needed his medications, was really it, but he was out. And he kept saying he was highly paranoid whenever he was off his medications. So he kept saying that there were people hiding in this bush over there that were like trying to kill him. And we kept being like, nah, man, there's not. There's no one over there. We can see the bush. There's no one over there. And eventually I sat down and I was like, man, I forgot. You just got to kind of roll with it sometime. And I was like, tell you what, if you and me and this police officer go over to that bush and there's nowhere in it, will you hop in the ambulance? And he was like, yeah, 100%. But what if there's someone in the bush? I was like, you know what? I think we'll have to cross that bridge when we get there. And it's probably the cop's problem. I'll let the police officer handle that one. So we walk over there. He walks up to it, kicks the bush, stomps all throughout the bush, and then just looks at me and says, dang it, and then walks and hops into my ambulance.
Nice.
And I was like, at least he's a man of his word. I was kind of worried he was going to still have a problem. Oh, man. But yeah, I did. I made one crazy person at a gas station happy recently, and they handed me a flower, and they're like, you've earned the flower of the day, sir. And I was
What an honor.
I was like, wow. I've seen a lot of crazy people, and ma'am, you're one of them, and I earned your crazy flower. And I didn't know if it was a real or a fake flower. It's currently wilting in my room. It's a real flower. I should probably get rid of it before it wilts. It's probably like a Beauty and the Beast problem, you know?
Yeah.
I probably shouldn't leave it in there. I don't know, burn it or something.
Old hag is gonna come knocking on your door one day.
No, I think you definitely.
God, I hope not.
You definitely. You have to think of it. You can't burn it. Like it's if you got given like
if I burn it and it comes back fresh, I'll probably burn it. That way, it always looks crisp.
I guess.
It's wilting. So
I feel like it's one of those things we should have like a ceremony.
I feel like there's more curses on this than we could count right now, guys.
No. I don't think it's more curses.
She could have gotten that from the graveyard or something. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like it's one of those things where like we are ignorant.
Azrael is attached to my flower.
No. We are ignorant to its powers, so we have to treat it with respect. We have to walk out into our backyard and say, we respect you, and then just
Kalima.
No.
Give it a proper send off.
Yes,
Kalima.
Just plant it firmly on the ground and just say, "Go back from whence you came."
It's like an old spirit that way. You gotta make sure it gets a proper burial.
Yeah, you have to be polite about it.
Or do you have to make some other big deal about it and be like, "May this flower be the bane of my enemies," and then I have to crush it on the concrete and say, "Sic semper tyrannis."
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like there's some sort of magic associated with it. Like if you throw it in the fire, like then the fire demon will come and go, "You have failed your quest," or something.
Oh shit!
And you know what? I'd be like, "Buddy, get in line." I'd be like, "Do you have any idea how many quests I've probably failed by now?" Oh man,
that's awesome.
Maybe you should have given me more hints.
How about it's not my fault. It wasn't a quest marker. I didn't know where I was going.
No, dude. Can't even look at my world map.
I couldn't even. Yeah, my world map's broken, man. Jeez,
this game's UI is for shit.
The problem is the currency, the economy in the game is horrible right now. I'm currently not making enough money by doing all the side quests so that I can travel to where my actual quests are at. Rest in peace, me. Yeah, I had a couple other crazy things happen that day too. It was just a wild day, and then at the very end, while I was at a gas station, someone was like, "You've earned the flower of the day," and she was wearing like a trench coat. She like pulled it out of her trench coat, and I was like, and then they were calling on me because I was next in line, so I was like, "Thank you." I just accepted it, and then I moved on, and I was checking out, and I was looking at the guy still holding the flower in one hand, like, I don't know what to do with myself right now. I'm just kind of holding it, like, all right.
That's crazy.
So
what did you guys think of the movie? Yeah, me too.
That was really good timing. I enjoyed it. It was just, man, I
felt like it dragged a bit in a couple of places, but as a whole, I still
if there wasn't 2 17-hour staring contests and the sun rose and fell, 9 times while it was on that cross, it probably would have been
a lot of speaking with no words.
Yeah, I think it was really interesting because it doesn't matter how, like, there are some movies that do like the no words thing pretty well. I don't know how well this one did it. There was no lines, and I felt like I was confused because of it.
Man,
like,
there's a series I've been wanting you guys to check out for a while now that does the no words thing perfectly.
I think you've talked about it before.
Primal?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I need to figure out a good way to show that to you guys one day.
Yeah.
That doesn't involve having to use an illegal website.
Yeah. Or, get this, we can use an illegal website.
Yeah.
Because
this is going on the record, guys.
Who cares?
Okay, then I'll be on record and say, ha, illegal websites are completely the way to go because of the scamming of the industry.
You see, they say piracy isn't a victimless crime, but I don't beg to differ, and I definitely wouldn't recommend it.
Sic semper tyrannis, pirate your websites.
You see, I was trying
down
to
with the proletariat.
But I mean,
wait, which is proletariat? Is that the right phrase? Crap, I forgot the proletariat means.
Better fact check yourself before they catch you lacking.
Yeah. Right? Oh man, how does one even spell proletariat?
You just type it or just say it to Google.
Nah, I just spell things really
how do
poorly.
You spell
It's
did you mean?
No, I'm like proliferate. And I was like, did you mean proletariat? And I'm like, yeah, I did.
That's exactly what I
meant. How did you know?
Oh, never mind. Yeah, no, not down with the proletariat because that's the working class. That's what I thought. Okay, yeah. So no, we're the working class. Yeah, no, the proletariat is down with big industry. Pirate your crowd. I don't care.
Yikes.
I mean, yeah, on record, that's a bad thing. To be fair, actually, I don't, and I've never pirated something, but I support anyone who does it. I mean, I don't support anyone who does it.
there has been some very once upon a time.
Oh, here we go. Back in the, wait. Here we go. No wait.
Anyways, once upon a time.
We need to get a freaking flashback intro noise.
Yes, I
vote for Cthulhu with 100% confidence. Now, see that because that's just the flashback itself. I mean, it'll work in this instance, but you know.
I the only thing I was going to say was there was some software that now is a subscription service technically, but once upon a time you had to buy the license to the service, and it was an exorbitant amount of money. Oof. And I pirated that software, and I still may have that software possibly on my computer.
And everyone else did it too. You see, that's the thing. I don't and never really have pirated anything. And on air,
doing it.
It's cool.
That's not. All the cool kids are doing it. I'm not saying that.
I downloaded music from YouTube before Spotify was a thing.
on record, pirating is bad. Off record, I still haven't done it. It's probably still bad, but I also don't care.
Oh damn!
Like guys, I'm just trying to watch my shows.
I was like that for a while. I've been buying a lot of Blu-rays recently.
Oh, yeah, you got a whole freaking stash, guy.
It's not even where I want it to be right now. I'm not done.
We just got Fight Club. We're not even. We haven't hit critical mass yet.
Oh, definitely not. Terminal velocity.
So much more Gundam to order.
Oh, man. Dude, we just finished. If you can let me.
Oh, yeah.
If you could let us talk for a second. We just finished watching Stardust Memory, and
after so many little hiatuses.
Oh my gosh, yeah! Just because life and things and stuff happened, and
your viewership was dragged out.
Yes, and that was partially on my fault, and then on work and everything else, and just
it's okay.
Getting distracted.
Now everyone knows to shame you properly.
Yes, of course, please.
So, now that you've seen its entirety.
Oh, man, dude.
What is the verdict? I know you said you'd need a bit of time to get it placed on the board.
It was one of those shows. It wasn't like Gurren Lagann in the fact that it growed exponentially to the extent of the galaxy crushing universe.
Fight the power.
Right the power.
Right the fower.
Right the fower.
Right the fower.
Fight the rower in the fight and the call of Bondulance. I'm having a strong.
I'm gonna punch that camel in the face.
Oh my god.
But no, it definitely escalated in a different way. It was like we're on one planet or on one base or something like that, and then we have two Gundams we're worrying about, at least from what I remember.
A unit with a nuke has been stolen.
Yes, it has been stolen.
They don't know what they're going to use it for.
Yes, but they stole it, and it's like, oh, dang.
Fuck.
Yes, and then of course...
If this gets out, everyone's going to know that the Federation is kind of little baby sort of overlooking the Antarctic Treaty.
There's a treaty in power, and we're kind of sort of breaking it.
Yeah, nuclear weapons aren't allowed. Neither chemical weapons, anything
weapons
like
of mass destruction are kind of one of those things that the peace treaties...
subject.
The peace treaty is not really a big fan of those.
What they don't know, right?
Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be right.
And before Gato, fucking Anavel Gato, dude.
Man,
one of
that slick
Xeon aces.
What do you got to say about him, Ethan?
Hola.
He's slick back ponytail motherfrigger.
We call him Catman.
Yes,
dude.
Gato.
He straight up sneaks into the Torrington base in Australia where they're developing these two. Testing them for surface use.
Yes.
And he walks up in an officer's uniform. He's like, how do you do? Here to inspect the Unit 2, with the one with the nuke, not the other one.
Yes.
Please, don't
the
get those mixed
nuclear
up.
Device.
So he just waltzes right up, uses a little lift, and just hops right in and takes it.
You'd think that security
with
protocol,
minimal difficulty.
You think that with weapons of mass destruction that they have better security protocols, but hey.
And I've learned that if you're in the right uniform, story time. I've learned that if you're in the right uniform, and if you look, even if you don't, but mainly if you look like you know where you're supposed to go, you can go anywhere you want. But even if you don't look like you know where you're going, you still can. There was once a time whenever I was walking through the hospital looking for my patient's room, and I crossed red tape that I didn't notice at all because there's red tape on the floor sometimes, whatever. And I went directly into the surgery wing, and I just passed people who were, I no lie, passed rooms where doctors were legitimately currently actively doing surgery next to me. And one nurse walked over and was like, hey, buddy, what you looking for? After I had been in there for quite some time now and passed a surgery, totally
quite an
complete authorized personnel only, and I was unauthorized.
Yes.
And he was like, what you looking for? And I was like, I just forgot the room number. I was looking for, but I was like, just spouted off the room number I was looking for. And he was like, okay, well,
you're not there.
He was like, no, he said, well, anything, I mean, you can look back here for it if you want to, but anything past that red tape, you have to be in full turnout gear, like shoe covers, head cover, scrubs, and also like a cover. Like this is the surgery wing. We're doing surgery, and I was like,
we're sterile.
He was like, and I was like, oh
shit.
No, and I was like, I'm looking for heart and vascular, so I'm gonna turn around. And he was like, it's good, man. It's cool. And I did at no point did I look like I knew where I was going.
No,
but nobody stopped me until I was already passing the docs, like being like scalpel. Nobody stopped. Nobody stopped me. So if that guy, if you wear the right uniform, people could be like, he looks kind of confused. I mean, whatever. Maybe he's just from a different department, but he's coming to pick up the nukes. Whatever.
Like, he's coming to inspect the nukes.
I 100% believe in the. I don't know if that's really my job, honestly.
She was operating under the same mentality. That's for sure.
I've seen people walking around the hospital, and I've been like, do they know where they're going? Are they allowed to be back here? I don't know if that's my responsibility. Am I supposed to stop them?
Do I make that call?
Exactly. Like, do I stop them? Like, well, let's go for it.
But then, so, of course, the perceived bad guys in this instant, again, like I said, Gundam ambiguity with good and bad guys.
It's Zeon. Okay, so at this point in time, this is taking place a couple of years after the conclusion of the 1 Year War.
Yeah. Supposed peace.
But some Zeon peeps aren't sitting too well.
No, of course not.
Under that. So they decide, fuck it. We're just going to keep fighting like nothing happened. And that's the instigating incident.
Yeah. But and so he ends up nabbing this whole ass Gundam with a big shield.
GPO-2 Phasalis.
With the nuke on it. Mm-hmm. The one and only nuke.
Yes, Mr. Clown Shoes.
Yes. And then so he proceeds to like, there's a couple of like fights between our main guy,
Ko Uraki,
and like, so they start battling out. So of course you can kind of see this like budding antagonist, protagonist kind of thing. And that of course persists throughout the whole show, basically. But like it escalates in a way that I wasn't expecting. And of course it like climaxes in such a way that it's like, wow, I was not expecting that to happen.
Yeah.
A lot of political stuff happens. Some things happen. Some people get killed in the process.
Dirty dealings under the table.
Yeah. Mentors and friends alike don't make it. And you're like, man, this really sucks. But of course, it all ends with the second dropping. Need I mind you, I don't know the extensive history of what goes on in the Gundam universe, especially Universal Century. And I'm trying to catch up. That's what I'm doing right now. And I have watched a pretty good amount of like the beginning, at least what I feel like.
Right. I started you from what I would say is the like very beginning.
Yeah.
With the origin.
Yes.
Getting a bit of Char's story in there.
Yes. I've seen the stuff that happens in between, some stuff that happens around it, and of course now we're dealing with what's happened after it. So I know the first colony drop, and I again in of course in Dylan's words, oh, you naive boy.
Oh, God.
Whenever I know the first colony dropped, again, so for those of you who don't know, there's like these long tubes that are in space that have like these little 3 windows that are like solar panel looking things
based off of an actual design. I cannot remember who designed them.
They're space colonies, and they can hold civilization, and they can have a whole structure of life in it, and it twirls around in space, and it's magnificent. It's wonderful. And so people live there, and of course they have whole races or a whole, and I won't say race, but whole like subsections of humans that live on civilizations that live on these colonies. Well, there's some of them are empty or planning to be filled or under maintenance or whatever.
Or hamburger, you know.
Yeah, or whatever. And well, Zeon once upon a time hurls one into Earth because they're pissed off.
Mood.
Yes, and then it destroys all of Sydney, Australia.
Now, they do this in the name of independence.
Yes.
Think the American Revolution, but taken to the nth degree.
Yes.
Way too far.
Very far.
Yes. Indiscriminate killing.
Yeah.
That was my name in high school.
Indiscriminate?
Killing.
Yeah. Oh, I was
indiscriminate killing, yeah.
Yeah, I don't discriminate.
Yeah, no, it's just murder.
Yeah, so they drop a colony.
Yeah, they drop a whole ass colony. They were supposed to hit somewhere in South America.
Yeah, in the Federation's headquarters in Jaburo.
Yeah, and then didn't make it because of course the Earth Federation
course and hit Australia.
Yikes!
Took a little chunk.
Took a big
wiped Sydney off the map.
Yep, it's all ocean now.
Yeah,
at least that is. Most of Australia is fine.
Someone took a bite out of a cookie.
So again,
chocolate chips were people.
Oh wow, that hit different. That hit different, Dylan.
I'm just saying, man.
So, anyways, I thought, again, in my naive self, I thought that was the only one they dropped, and I thought that it was just going to be like, I thought that even they were like, yo, that was a bit rough. Maybe we should just fight in space and kill each other.
Let's do it again.
Yeah, let's do it again. And so they did, and of course, even though the Earth Federation tried their damnedest at the very end, it still didn't quite work, and it
ended up using the fucking solar system 2.
Yeah.
A collection of mirrors that redirect the sun's rays onto one specific point.
Yeah.
And as far as I could tell, they managed to just, like...
heat it up real nice.
Yeah, just to burn it a little, which...
It looked like it was starting to kind of, like,
I'm
break
assuming
down.
It would have worked if they had been able to use it to its full capacity, but they didn't.
Or to use it sooner.
Because they had that motherfucker with the red goggles. I forget his name. I hate him so much.
I only saw him in that last episode, I think, and I was like, yeah. You're like, whenever we watch Zeta, you're going to hate him just as much as everyone else does. And I was like, I don't even know much about him, but I hate him right now.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot what he did. I just know I didn't like him.
He's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And it's justifying the means and whatnot. And not even that. He just does whatever he wants because he thinks it's fun and is a sadist, I'm sure.
Oh, my God. That makes it even worse.
So... you'll have him to look forward to.
Yikes. So, again, some bad decisions were made in the process of that, like the last
entire
episode.
Show was bad decisions on the Federation's part, dude.
But again,
if you think the 1 Year War was fucking bad, this is the beginning of the end. It's just a downward spiral from here.
That scares me, but I want to know more.
Oh, you will.
So for me, it's like it escalates in such a way that it's like bad decisions upon accidents, upon more things, and it's not like crazy or exponential, but before it's all over with, the Earth, like our main protagonist guy you're kind of rooting for is on the Earth Federation side, and you kind of feel like in the end you're like, man, the Midwest of the United States is now there's a crater there now,
the breadbasket zone,
and it's like, man, we've definitely didn't win, but then at the end it's like,
the Albion was the only ship doing anything to prevent this disaster.
Yikes.
It's fucking ridiculous. Everybody hated them too.
It's like, man, you feel like there's like, it's kind of like whenever we played Force and Destiny, there's like successes, failures, advantages, and disadvantages. It's like he just rolled a full hand of failures and then just like a whole bunch of advantages.
Yep.
You're like, you still didn't win, but man, like, you did a great job.
You tried.
You're still alive, and you knocked out the enemy big bad guy.
You sure made an effort.
Oh, man, you did a great job, but didn't make it, though.
No,
it's like, it just hurts. You're like, man.
After everything's said and done, too, like the colony drops, American Midwest is fucked.
Yeah.
They sentence him to 1 year imprisonment.
Oh, it's like insult to injury too.
Yeah, it's like I may as well have just saved all of your asses, you stupid bitches.
And then at the very end, to make matters all worse, his love interest throughout the entire show, apparently like the last like 2 episodes of the show,
Nina fucking Purpleton.
Come to find out, she has been in a previous relationship with the main antagonist, which is now like our rival that we've grown to despise at this point because he's stolen the nuke thing and destroyed everybody with it. So then it's like, and then of course at the very end, she basically chooses the antagonist over our boy.
Yeah, she goes into the colony he's in to try to stop him from fucking activating the rest of the booster engine fuel that is in there.
Dang. And then she basically
tries to reason with the motherfucker like he's not some devout, delusional terrorist.
And then, of course, I think antagonist boy, before he dies at the end, he ends up saving love interest lady. And then, of course, they end up...
saves them both.
I know. But then...
It's ridiculous.
After what is his name, Ko?
Yeah.
Ko, after he gets out of his imprisonment, Nina's there waiting for him, and I was like, ooh, if there was one person that I don't want to see as I'm getting out of prison, as a person that almost like put me here.
I'm like, gonna shoot you. Do you know what you did to me?
I believe I said that. I believe I was like, I think she shoots at him.
I cannot fucking believe
she shoots at him.
You can see it in her face. She's like, oh man, and then she's like, looks down like,
where's my second chance, Ko, or whatever.
Like, I'm gonna fucking strangle you.
Yes, exactly.
Come here.
So much. I was like, dang, it was
what
a lot.
Bitch.
Anyways, thank you, Ethan, for letting us ramble about that for a second.
Yeah, you okay over there?
Ain't dead yet.
Good.
Okay, well, anyways, if you guys are looking to find us, we have a YouTube channel that I'm going to be posting some stuff on, hopefully in the next month or so. We have our Linktree /Ian Wolf. You can find all of our links there, social media stuff. We're on Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, Spotify. You can look up The Aftermath and it's on there. I did a little logo update on it. Something a little different. Let me know what you guys think about it. I think it's really
a huge change.
Yeah, I like it.
Mushroom.
I also added our little... Oh, wrong one. I also added a little logo icon.
I think that was the right one.
And I want to incorporate that into some more things. So, anyways, thank you guys. This is kind of a long episode. I didn't mean for it to go that long, but anyways,
it's okay.
Until next time.
I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
See you.
Bye-bye.